Hello guys and welcome to the channel. Today, something a little bit different for me. We're doing a tactic test today. Now, if you're keeping up to date with my European Journeyman save, which you can find up in the top corner, then you'll be familiar with this tactic. Hands up, it's not my tactic. It is one by FranklyFM. I'll leave a link to it in the description below. But we're going to have a look at the tactic. We're going to do a little bit of a tactic test. I've got a total of 8 managers, all managing mid-table teams, and we're going to see exactly how they get on with this tactic. We'll go through the tactic first of all. It is a 4-3-3, uses 3 defensive midfielders with Segundo Volantes. And to start with, it's pretty straightforward. It is a 4-3-3. 2 wing-backs on support, with a sweeper keeper on defend, 2 ball-playing defenders on defend, 2 Segundo Volantes on attack. Now these guys here, they fill in this space here, and they do get themselves kind of like Frank Lampard. They arrive in the box, they score plenty of goals, they get assists, but they've got this defensive midfielder on defend to just sit in here and cover them while they go up the pitch, and it works really, really well. 2 inside forwards as well on attack to support the lone striker. Again, gets plenty of goals, and as you've seen in the European Journeyman save, it does work particularly well. And in terms of team instructions, we have shorter passing to space, low crosses, run at defence, focus play down the wings using those inside forwards, and we also have overlap left and overlap right, which is the wing backs. When the inside forwards come inside, the wing backs explore that space and get the ball into the box for what should be 3 strikers at that point, plus the 2 Segundo Volantes lurking on the edge of the area. We've also played with a high tempo, really high tempo. In transition, really simple, counter press, counter, roll it out, pretty standard Football Manager stuff. Out of defence, we have a lower defensive line with a high press, so spreading the play there, prevent short goalkeeper distribution and get stuck in as well, which, you know, again, pretty much standard Football Manager stuff. We do, however, have some individual player instructions. Every single player has tackle harder. Every single player has tackle harder. I don't know why, it just works. You do pick up a lot of yellow cards, but in terms of red cards, very rarely. I maybe get 2 or 3 a season using this tactic. So the sweeper keeper is just a tackle harder. That's fine. Wing back, stay wider. Now that's really important because you don't want them filling in these spaces and crowding the middle of the pitch. They have to stay wider and overlap the inside forwards. It's exactly the same on both sides of the pitch. Again, stay wider, both on tackle hard. In terms of the ball playing defenders, dribble more. Believe it or not, dribble more. You do see these defenders, when we've got the ball, Segundo Volantes, they make their way forward. These ball playing defenders will dribble the ball into the space that's being vacated by the Volantes. The defensive midfielder drops in, fills that space, works really well. So defenders dribble more. Defensive midfielder is, again, just tackle harder, hold position, standard stuff. At the Segundo Volantes, nothing too drastic, just tackle harder. Inside forwards, now, again, to allow the wing backs to do their jobs, get the ball outside, they're on stay wider, get the ball into a crossing position. The inside forwards have to sit narrower to fill, again, this area of the pitch up to allow the wing backs to do their thing. So they're sit narrower, tackle harder. Advance forward, just tackle harder. And that's it. It's really simple, and it does work particularly well. Now, the teams we've picked Sunderland, newly promoted to the Championship. In terms of the season preview, predicted to finish bang in the middle of 12th. So we're going to see how they do using this tactic. Tottenham, you might say Tottenham, not a mid-table team. 6th. I know it's not quite mid-table, but can Tottenham break into this top 4 using this tactic? We'll find out. So we've got Dean Talentire Sunderland, Dean Talentire of Tottenham. KJM of Fiorentina in Serie A. 7th is, upper mid-table, but can they break again into the top echelons of Serie A. Let's find out. We've got like and subscribe of the Regina in the Italian Serie B. So we're not just doing, we're doing top tier and tier below. Serie B, Regina. Predicted to finish 5th, but can they get promoted? We'll find out. Scotland, we've got Weedine in the Premiership. Obviously, we know Scottish Premiership, it's Rangers and Celtic all the way, isn't it? Hibs have predicted to finish 5th out of 12. Can we get them to break into this Celtic and Rangers dominance of the league, really? We've also got Scotchdene of Cove Rangers in the Scottish second tier. Predicted to finish 9th, newly promoted side. Can Cove Rangers survive, really? Can they push for promotion? Let's find out. Now, one thing I do have to say is we're not making any signings for these clubs. We're not picking the teams for them. We're just setting the tactic, we're going on holiday and making it stick to that tactic, and that's it. We've got Eldine of Valencia in La Liga, predicted to finish 9th. Can Valencia take a challenge to Real Madrid and Barcelona? Can we see that? Maybe can they get 3rd just behind them? Obviously, fallen giants Valencia in real life, predicted to finish bang in mid-table. And then we've got LKGM of Malaga in the Spanish second tier. They are predicted to finish 12th. So again, mid-table. How can Malaga do? Can they get promoted? We will find out. Now, that's the teams. That's the tactic, guys. We're going to holiday forward through a year. We're going to have a look at the results and see how well the tactics perform. So I'll catch up with you guys in just a minute. Right, guys, welcome back. We've reached the end of the season. In fact, it's ticked over to the start of the next season for some of them, which is a little bit disappointing. I holidayed forward a little bit too far. But in terms of how Sunderland have done, you can probably already see it at the top there. Sunderland have made it to the Premier Division, which is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. How did the Championship finish last season then? Promoted through the playoffs, which is pretty good. 83 points, 25 wins, 13 defeats. A positive goal difference of 28, which is very, very good for Sunderland. Obviously newly promoted, so back-to-back promotions through the playoffs for Sunderland, which is absolutely fantastic. Now, because I have followed a forward too far, I'm not going to be able to see who scored the goals, unfortunately. Ross Stewart, let's have a quick look at Ross Stewart. How many goals did Ross get last season? Only 6 in 18. That's a little bit disappointing for Ross Stewart. I thought he would have done a little bit better than that. Maybe he's not quite suited to the advanced forward role. In terms of other goal scorers at the club, you've got the likes of Patrick Roberts. Obviously a winger, 6 in 32, a 6.83. So again, not really lighting the world on fire. But they did get promoted, which is good. We've also got Jack Clark. Now, obviously, you know that I am a Sunderland fan. You should know that by now. So I do know the players. But Jack Clark, very decent left winger. 8 goals, 6 assists in 38. Is not too bad. It's actually less than his real life season in the Championship for Sunderland, though. But still, it's not too bad of a contribution from Jack there. Let's sort it by position. Obviously, there is only one recognised striker at Sunderland, and that's something that Sunderland in real life have struggled with this season in terms of a striker, because Ross Stewart's been injured for most of it. We did have on loan Joe Geldhart. If I can find him, I probably spelt it wrong. There he is. I did spell it wrong. He was on loan at Sunderland. How many did he get? He got 23 in 42 appearances, which is fantastic, really, isn't it? 23 goals for Joe there in the Championship, which is really, really good. Alex Pritchard is a very good player. Maybe doesn't suit any of the positions that we play, so he probably didn't get too much game time, though. Only 5. And that's kind of the thing with this tactic, is filling in that Segundo Volante role. You know, you're probably going to get Elliot Embleton. He's probably played a few games. 25, a 6.75, 3 assists is again not fantastic, is it? Dan Neil probably would have got some game time. 39, he played nearly all of them. 5 assists. So ratings wise, it doesn't look fantastic. But the fact that with Sunderland have been promoted, a newly promoted team, tells you everything you need to know about the tactic. In terms of fullbacks, let's have a look and see who played as fullbacks. See, Gooch, 37, 4 and 4. Not too bad. Left side, we've got Dennis Sirkin. Dennis played 42 games, got 4 assists, a 6.91. So the wing backs do work quite well. Trey Hume, another one, 24 games, 1 assist. So stats-wise there, it doesn't actually look that good, does it? But they've got promoted through the playoffs and they've scored a total of 76 goals, which is, well, from what I can see there, the second highest in the league. So it does work. It does work, guys. Right, that's Sunderland. Let's have a look at Tottenham. Tottenham, where did Tottenham finish last season? Let's have a look at the league table. Stages. 5th. Exactly where they were supposed to finish. So it doesn't always work. It doesn't always work. Like I say, the Segundo Volante role is particularly important. But they finished 5th, won 19, so won half the games. Lost 12 though. Scored 58, conceded 34. Positive goal difference of 24. Man City absolutely ran away with it. 15 points clear with 105 goals scored. So, not the greatest in terms of goals. Let's have a look. Harry Kane. How many did Harry Kane get last season? 11 in 19. So he hasn't even played. He's only played half the season and got 11 goals, which is, it's not too bad. Heung-min Son, 11 in 30. Again, not great, not too bad. Kulusevski, 9 in 32. That's not too bad. Richarlison, 6 in 30. So then, not great with Tottenham. Not great with Tottenham. I have to say that. Not great at all with Tottenham. Finished exactly where they were supposed to. Fiorentina. Let's have a look. The season hasn't ticked over in Italy yet, which is good. Fiorentina finish in the Europa Conference League spot in 7th place. Now that's not too bad. That is not too bad. Played 38. Won 16. Drawn 11. Lost 11. Goal difference of 11. Lots of 11s for Fiorentina. Scored 61, conceded 50. So maybe not great defensively. 19 points off Napoli at the top. But still, they've got into those European places. Of course, they were at the start predicted to finish 9th, I believe. So a decent season there for Fiorentina. In terms of how it's gone, now this is much, much easier. We've got 23 in 49 for Luka Jovic, which is a decent return. 12 in the league in 33 is not too bad. Not too bad. 18 in 47 for Nicolas Gonzalez. Again, not too bad. 11 in the league. Bear in mind he's a winger. Has he played most of the season as a winger? Yes, he has. So from the right, he scored 17 in 38, which is really good. That winger role working well there. In terms of assists, we've got 15 for the left fullback, Biragi. Fantastic performance. 9 in the league. 12 for Nicolas Gonzalez again. Dodo as the right back has got 11 assists, or 8 assists, sorry, in the league, which again is really, really good. So the wing backs working well there for Fiorentina. What about Regina? Champions. So there you go, guys. Champions of Serie B when they were considered to be, they were predicted to finish down here. So yeah, fantastic for Regina. 70 goals scored, 39 against, a positive goal difference of 31, 72 points, 38 played, 21 wins, only lost 8 all season for Regina. Lost on the last day of the season, but Frosinone also lost, which has allowed Regina to win the title. In fact, Regina probably pinched it right at the end. They did indeed. Started off really poorly, but they did get themselves back up there. In terms of goals for Regina, 20 in 34 for Rigoberto Rivas, which is really, really good. He's not even that good as a forward, is he? Has he played as a forward for the season? He played mostly on the left and scored 13 goals with 7 assists, which is, again, really good. 16 for Jeremy Menez. Again, not too bad. What positions Jeremy played this season? Probably as a striker. 31 as a striker, 16 goals. Again, reasonably decent. It's not going to show me how they've lined up. But still, that's 2 out of 4 have done really well. 2 out of 4 have been promoted. So maybe it's not working so well in the top tiers, but it's working quite well in the second tiers. Right, let's have a look at Weedine at Hibs. Has he broken into the top 3 in Scotland? Let's have a look. Now, this one, the Cinch Premiership has unfortunately clicked over, guys, so apologies for that one. Hibs, 3rd. Qualify for the Europa League. Really, really good. Only 3 points behind Rangers, which is absolutely fantastic. And only 7 behind Celtic. 27 wins from 38 games for Hibs, with a plus 46 goal difference, is absolutely brilliant. That's a fantastic performance there by Hibs. Really, now again, we're not going to be able to see the goals, so we'll have to do it the old-fashioned way. Christopher Doig, how many goals did you get last season, mate? None, because he was on loan at Kilmarnock. Doesn't matter. Ellie Yuan, on loan from St Gallen. 2 in 35. That's not great, is it? Not great. Who played up front last season? Did you play up front last season? No, you didn't. Did you play up front last season? No. Who played up front for Hibs last season? Was it Kevin Nisbet? No, it wasn't Kevin Nisbet either. Okay, that's a strange one, guys. Unless the lad who played up front is retired or left on a free or something like that. Contract's expired. That's a possibility. But yeah, worked really well with Hibs, getting to 3rd place, just on the tail of Rangers. How did Cove Rangers do, I hear you ask? Scotch Dean at Cove Rangers. How did you get on last season? Well, they're still in the Cinch Championship, so that's good. That's good. Newly promoted side. 7th. But they've stayed clear of the bottom 2 by 12 points, which is not too bad, really, is it? For a newly promoted side. Won 13, lost 15. A negative goal difference for Cove Rangers, so maybe not the greatest. They haven't got a big squad anyway, and obviously bear in mind that we didn't make any signings, anything like that. We've just left it as it is. Mitch Megginson, how many goals did you get? 32 and 36 in the league is absolutely brilliant for Mitch Megginson. That is fantastic for Mitch. Robbie Leach from the wings, 3 and 4 assists. Again, not. Oh no, hang on, that was for Kilty Rangers. He was out on loan last season. What about Lewis Longstaff? 28 games played, 2 goals, 2 assists. Not too bad, but the fact that they've staved off relegation is really good, and they've actually cleared it by quite some distance. So, again, works well. On to Spain. Let's have a look at the Valencia. Now, it hasn't ticked over in Valencia, which is good. 7th, which they were predicted to finish. Was it 11th? I've forgotten now, but 7th. It's not terrible. Not terrible. 19 wins, so they've won half the games, scored more than they've conceded, 64 points, knocking on the door of Villarreal in 6th, so they've qualified for European competitions, have Valencia, which is great. They've got 27 goals in 35 for Edison Cavani, which is fantastic. 18 in the league, 18 and 28 in the league. That's a decent return for Cavani. 9 in 15 for Hugo Duro, where's he played? He's played mostly as a striker. 18 as a striker. What we got in terms of wingers, Samuel Lino coming in from possibly that left-hand side. Yeah, 33 games, 7 goals. So, it's slightly improved Valencia, which is really, really good. In terms of assists, we've got loads of assists from Jose Gaya, beg your pardon, from left-back. Presuming he's played most of the game as a left wing-back. He has. He's played the entire season there. And has got himself 19 assists. So the system does benefit the wing-backs really, really well. So slight improvement there to Valencia. And then finally, we have got LKGM of Malaga, and they are the champions. They are the champions by quite some distance as well. Of course, Malaga were predicted to finish mid-table. And they've romped the league by 13 points, winning 27 of 42. Only losing 7, 81 goals scored, 46 conceded. Now that is, they've lost the last 2 as well. It could have been even further of a gap because Villarreal obviously lost as well. Now Villarreal B can't get promoted. But to win the league by 13 points is really, really good. So in terms of goal scorers, 21 and 36 for Lago Junior, which is 21 and 35 in the league. And what position has he played for the season? He's played mostly as a striker, some off the left, some off the right. So decent return there for Lago Junior. 21 goals. We've got 14 in 18 for Ruben Castro at 41 years old, which is fantastic. 14 in 18 in the league for a 41-year-old is absolutely brilliant. The wingers chipping in with some there. Defensive midfielder, I'm assuming Luis Munoz has been playing as one of those Segundo Volantes for the season. 7 in 38 in the league, which is really good. Assist-wise, it's Fran Villalba from the right-hand side. 12 assists, which is great. We've got the wing-backs getting up there again with assists in Delmash and Jimenez. So again, really, really good. So it's worked absolute wonders for Malaga. So a bit of a mixed bag there, guys. But it is the tactic I use in my journeyman save. And it does work really well. Obviously, these are AI controlled. Because we've holiday forward, the AI controlled. And let's be honest, the AI managers are not the best in the world in Football Manager. But we've had decent success. We've had Regina, Malaga and Sunderland all promoted. We've got Valencia to the champion to European football. We've got Hibs to European football as well. We've managed to stave off relegation with Cove Rangers in Scotland. So give it a try. Like I say, I will leave a link in the description for the tactic. It's not mine, it's FranklyFM's. He's got his own channel. He does a lot of tactics as well. Some of them are very, very good. So I implore you to go and give him a watch and give them a try. But guys, thank you for tuning in to my first ever tactic experiment. Let me know what you think. If you want to see me do more of them as well, let me know in the comments. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, guys. And thank you very much. I'll see you all next time. Cheers, guys.